What it is, it's your boy QDeezy, Double Easy, another episode all about semis. How about you, driver? Coming to you from the bus. Trying to get some stuff done Sunday. Getting ready to prepare to try and get my week done for next week. I haven't figured out how I'm running, where I'm going to run, if I'm going to run Amazon or not. Just haven't got to that point yet. Got a lot of paperwork that I need to do as far as receipts and that type of thing, repair, recording, stuff that I normally do every so often. But without that, let me just jump right into the top of this video. Basically, you guys got to stop running for fuel, and I'm speaking mainly to my owner operators, my lease operators, my authority guys. And before y'all chop me up in the the comments here, I want you to understand something, right? Stand by. All right, I want you guys to understand something, and that's basically that I used to be caught up in that. You go into an area, it'd be a bad area. You like, you know what, I got to get out of here. You know what I mean? I'll just grab a load to get me over there. So I ain't, got to come out my pocket on my fuel. At least I'll make some money for the fuel. My issue with that is, and why I stopped doing it, is that especially for, it's really more important for an authority owner or a guy that pays for his fuel, be it lease, and it's coming out of his bottom line. There's some kind of way, if you're owner operator, that fuel is going to come out of your bottom line. Company guys don't really have this problem, but here's my analogy to this. So my analogy to this, guys, is this: the minute I say I'm just gonna go ahead, at least I'll get fuel to go home, there's too much risk to reward there, and the minute that I pick up that load, I'm responsible for it. My insurance is covering that freight. Not to mention, if I break down or anything happens, all that's on me. Is that worth me risking to make some fuel money to get home? Because at some point something's going to happen, and now you are only just trying to get fuel money. And now let's say that your truck break down, right? As an owner operator, authority owner, I got to figure out how to get that load repowered. Now, was it worth me taking it? At least if I'd have broke down, it'd have been on me and it wouldn't have been no stress. It's not worth the few dollars. It's not even worth my insurance. If something happens to that freight and I was only going to go make a few $100s for fuel money, now, I'm potentially in $1,000 of an insurance claim, God forbid, if something would have happened while I was pulling that freight. So my point is, anytime I'm moving some freight, it's got to be profitable all the way around. Otherwise, I'll deadhead. I will deadhead, period. I got more of a chance of getting to where I need to go. Hang on, somebody's trying to call in. I got more of a chance to get where I need to go and nothing happening. True. I'm just going to say 50-50 because we don't know. Anything could happen. Somebody could run into you, but we don't really know. But more than likely, we're going to say we're going to get where we're going, and we may have acquired that fuel, right? We may have acquired that fuel, but was the risk really worth it? I used to really be bad about it when I was back in Florida. I'd do a load to, let's say, Orlando or Tampa, and I was coming back in towards Jacksonville, and I'd be like, you know what, let me grab me a load, $400 load, $350 load to pick up and bring it on back. But you gotta understand that $300 load, just because they paying you that could be a $50,000, $100,000 worth of freight on that truck, and you're responsible for it. Something happened, right? I'd rather deadhead home. It's not even worth me babysitting it, because at that point, that's what we're doing. We're babysitting that freight till it gets where it's going. That is worth more than the risk of me putting my insurance at risk, put my equipment at risk. I got to put all that at risk to make fuel money. I deadhead, you know. And even if I'm somewhere out on the road, when I was running OTR, I learned real quick, if I got to pick up something that's just for fuel, I'll deadhead, because it's not worth the time at that point. It's not even worth the risk that I have behind it. And I think if you guys look at it like that, you'll save you guys self a lot of headaches when it comes to certain loads like that. You know, we always going to have situations where there's going to be exceptions to the rule. You're just going to have to probably bite the bullet and do it. I think that you never really have to do anything you don't want to do. And I got out of that. I got out of running any load that's not going to be profitable around the board for me. I'm just not going to do it. This is not going to happen. I'm not putting my equipment at risk for a few dollars, you know. But people will be quick to talk about cheap freight, but they'll run a load just for fuel. Go figure, you know. So get out of that mindset of, you know, it's better to get fuel. At least I get fuel coming back. Yeah, but you setting yourself up for the okie doke, because don't get a flat, because now you got to pay for that. And you got to, you know, don't be under a Walmart load where you get penalized for being late or something. You know, it's just so many variables to dealing with that. And when, like I said, when I'm out on the road, I try and keep my deadhead to a minimum anyway when I'm OTR. But if I got a deadhead somewhere 150 miles, 200 miles, you know, I'm going to do it. Or I'm going to go a little bit in and then try and find a load, go a little bit in, try and find a load. A lot of times I'll sit a day and I'll wait till the right load comes up. I'll wait. I'd rather do that than put my equipment, my insurance at risk. And that's just a business call. But that's just what I do, you know. And I think that, you know, so far it's been working for me, you know. I ain't got to worry about, you know, dealing with somebody and they cheap freight and God forbid something happen, because the risk is just too high. All right. I hope that struck somebody. It's your boy QDZ Double E's, another episode all about semis. We out of here, driver.
Later.